Greetings, people of the world! Matthew back with you here at Navora Autism for the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn. It is day 94, and it is going to be the 17th day for EDSS here in the Realm Reborn. And yesterday, we were able to successfully complete the first step for getting to the end game. We went to Cape Westwind in Western Thanlin and successfully defeated one of the generals of the Garlean Empire, Raitatan Sarvina. And now, having successfully done that, we've been asked to come over here to Northern Thanlin, a place that we have seldom visited. In fact, the only other time we actually came here was like over a month ago. So it was done just as a way to kill time and take on some various quests that were needed to be taken care of while waiting for a side dungeon to be made available. So, now that we're here at Camp Blue Fog, which is based at the southern part of Northern Thanlin, we're going to be covering quite a bit of the realm of Northern Thanlin, and for those of you who are wondering, our final destination is going to be somewhere around here, but I do not believe I've yet revealed it on the map, so yeah, I guess it's not quite showing up over here. Okay, yeah, there it is. This is our final destination, well, one of the final destinations, Castrum Meridianum. But before we can go there, we need to rally the troops, because that's the first task that we've been asked to do here at the Camp Blue Fog here in Northern Thanlin. So, we see Cracked Fist there on the horizon, and he's the person we need to speak to. So let's go ahead and speak with him. The Flame Sergeant, Cracked Fist. It's good to meet you, sir. Ah, Lieutenant SS, yours is a most welcome presence here at Camp Blue Fog. Logistically speaking, we are ready to march on Castrum Meridianum at a moment's notice. Alas, while our troops are here in body, their minds are anywhere but. The garrison's mood is dark, so daunting is the prospect of joining what may be proved to be the bloodiest battle in history. But with a hero such as you walking among them, we may yet rekindle the dwindling embers within their souls. And once again, the Mexican salute. Yeah, if you've ever watched, they didn't do it this year, but in previous FIFA World Cups, the Mexican team was known for doing that salute that you saw the Flame Sergeant do. That's the salute that the Immortal Flames do, the Grand Company of Ul'dah. So I just thought I'd point that out, because yeah, when I saw them do that, I thought to myself, okay, that's the Mexican salute that they do at the FIFA World Cup, and yeah, I'm surprised they didn't do it this year. But nonetheless, let's move on with the continuation of our main story quests, and speak with Cracked Fist again, and take on the level 49 challenge entitled The Ladle in the Darkness. Sergeant Cracked Fist needs a hero to make a stew. A stew? At a time like this? I have a favor to ask of you, as a fellow comrade of the Alliance. As I mentioned, the garrison's mood is dark. The fault, it pains me to admit, is partly mine. I am no veteran of large-scale campaigns, you see, and the men and women under me are nervous for this knowledge. Seeking to lift their spirits, I remember the tale of a Gordanian general from a century past. Van Chalon was his name, and he was a lancer of great renown, as I guess obviously I am as well. History holds that, in spite of his rank, he would regularly cook meals for his troops while afield. Most generals know how to break bread with their own men on occasion to foster camaraderie, but Van Chalon took it one step further. By actually making that bread, he showed that he was truly one of them, a hero and a comrade. Though I wouldn't presume to compare myself to a man of his stature, I thought it might be well to at least emulate the deed. To be sure, this is a testament to my desperation. I had begun making preparations for basilisk stew, all the while wondering whether it'd be any good, when an honest-to-God's hero appeared. I speak of you, of course. Of course. My gratitude would know no bounds if you could take up the ladle in my stead. The stew is just about ready, all it needs is some basilisk meat, which can be readily had north of here. Please procure the meat and add it to the cauldron bubbling just outside the camp. When the stew is ready, I would ask that you also distribute it among our troops. Receiving the stew from you is certain to give them heart. I doubt I can say the same were it to come from my hands. Well, if you say so. So yeah, where we need to go is actually not all that far, right over here actually. So let's go ahead and summon my chocobo. And away we go. Away we go. into parts unknown in order to bring them the vital basilisk meat that they need. So yes, this is a basilisk right over here. We've seen these enemies on occasion in various palette swap forms. And in fact, if you want to complete the Lancer's hunting log, you actually have to come here and fight some of them. If you want to get the last stage of the hunting log for the Lancer's Guild completed, you are required to come here. So yeah, I have been here before, not only just through the stuff that I've been doing, but also because of the fact that you do need to come here in order to complete the Lancer's Guild's hunting log. So, let's go ahead and get ourselves Basilisk number 2. And yeah, as you can see, these things are so huge, they will definitely be providing a lot of protein for the troops. Yeah, this is our tribute to the troops. Yeah, bring it on, Basilisk. Come on, don't go in the air. Oh, get out of the way. Well, oh, I got him in time, yes. Yeah, you know what? That's not a bad idea. I should have my own chocobo out for this. I mean, he'll get experience points too, of course. So, number 3 is going to be around the bend here. Don't need to worry about the Earth Sprite because it's not threatening me. And in fact, I actually have to pass under this gate in order to get to where more basilisks can be found. Yeah, here's one right over here. In fact, there's going to be one right behind him. Hopefully, it will not be a 2-on-2. Thankfully, since these things are feral, we don't have to worry that much. That took the damage. But thankfully, it's not all that much. And you're dead. Alright. So, let's go ahead and mount my chocobo. And away we go. Back to the fortress over at Camp Blue Fog. And it looks like a lot of us today are all taking the necessary requirements to complete the final and remaining main story tasks before we can go to the last 2 dungeons in the game. Those being of Castrum Meridianum and the Praetorium. Alright, so here's the Bubbling Cauldron. Lots of basilisk meat coming your way. And so now we have to watch it. Yeah, because make sure you gotta get this thing cooked because, yeah, you don't want to be serving them raw basilisk meat. No way. Alright, let's go ahead and serve some stew. Still, I'm a bit perplexed by the means of this, but hey, whatever. Okay, one of the soldiers, I believe, is actually standing on top of the wall, so we'll make it a point to make sure that everyone gets some. So, let's start by going down first. Because I believe we can find, yes, a female private in the Immortal Flames, Miss Adelena. God, this is also hopeless. The Garleans are going to crush us with their steel monstrosities. We're all going to die. Well, hopefully a bit of protein will help you. I'm so sorry. I don't know what came over me. Your words and this hearty stew have given me courage. Yes, a fire positively burns in my belly. Or is it just the basilisk venom? Well, I don't know about the latter, but hopefully my presence helped with the former. Alright, now let's go over, because I believe the next person we need to speak to is in this building. Alright, going in. Yes, Private Bettin. I think I'll pretend to be sick. That way I won't have to fight. Maybe they'll even send me home to my family? It's not as if one man will make a difference, right? Sorry, but everyone needs to be involved. You made this stew? For me? I never dreamed that I would share a meal with a hero, let alone partake of something he made. I wanted to be a hero too, you know, to my family. I took up arms because I wanted to protect them, and I will. I won't run. Not today, nor any other. Well, that's 2 of them down. Now 1 more. It looks like these guys are definitely getting worked to the bone. And I believe that for the last one, I have to take a bit of a long route. That's where I need to go. Where are you? Yes, this natural ramp up here is where we need to go. To speak with Private Zezaragi. And to no surprise, given by the name, it is Ul'dah. Oh, it's always so dark here and cold. Maybe I shouldn't have enlisted. It's not like killing Guardians will bring my friend back. PTSD? Well, let's hope this food helps you. This smells good. Aren't you the adventurer who triumphed at Cape Westwind? To think that a hero fights beside us! And the stew! It whets my appetite for vengeance! Just you wait, you Guardian horsens! I'm coming for your heads! What? Evil laughter? What? Oh, I think we may have helped out the wrong guy. What? We're helping out a guy with an evil laughter? Are you kidding? Come on, let me get up here. Let's get back over to Cracked Fist. Yeah, I think the feeding of the troops may have actually done the wrong, got them in the wrong mentality. Your basilisk stew has done wonders for our troops' morale. I cannot thank you enough. The seeming hopelessness of the situation, not to mention this accursed gloom, had dampened their spirits, and for a time they had forgotten their purpose. But your presence and culinary skills helped them to remember, and I'm confident they will do their part to protect their realm and their loved ones. And so with that completed, can I take any of the 49s? Well, there's really not much point because pretty much everything is less than what I have. So, another 4,000 gil to me. So let's take the Cracked Fist's next challenge, level 49, entitled All Upon the Watchtowers! Yeah, at least try to slip a Jimi Hendrix impersonation in there. Sergeant Cracked Fist would make a parting request of you. Before you continue on your way, there is one more favor I will ask of you. North of Camp Blue Fog, approximately halfway to the cerulean processing plant, there stand 2 Alliance watchtowers. I would be grateful if you could bear message to our sentries at each. When the next phase of the operation commences, link shell communications may be disrupted for a time. Should this happen, messages must be conveyed the old-fashioned way, on foot or with fire. The West Watchtower is under the care of one Private Wymond, while the East is held by Private Hopeful Dawn. On my behalf, please remind them to be fully prepared for this eventuality. Once you have visited both, continue north and then west to the cerulean processing plant. Lieutenant Edelstein, commander of the garrison, will be expecting you. 12 speed you your way. You got it. Alright, summon my chocobo, and let's ride! So our tasks are finished here at Camp Blue Fog. So now we actually have to go into the Blue Fog territory itself, and we actually have to run through a fate in order to accomplish what we need to do. Yeah, in fact, that's exactly what has to happen. And it looks like no one's participating in it anyway, so we're not even going to bother dirtying our hands with it. So, away we go. Up the stairs to the West Watchtower. And it's amazing how my chocobo can just turn on a dime. Alright, Private Wymond. Why, if it isn't Lieutenant SS, what brings you to my humble watchtower? Link pearls may cease to function, you say? Rest assured, sir, we have an ample supply of torches and swift legs to spare. If there's a message that needs sending, it will be sent. Well, that's good to know. Okay, I have to jump over. Alright. Yeah, let's just run down the old-fashioned way. And then jump. Yeah, there I didn't take damage, because I was totally expecting to take damage if I jumped from the highest point. So now, continuing on. Oh, it looks like someone is going to attempt this fate. Albeit it'll be done solo. So now over to the East Watchtower. Hopefully we won't have to be impeded upon by the basilisks. So now to the East Watchtower. Turn on a dime there, my noble chocobo. Alright, so let's speak with Hopeful Dawn. Ah, 'tis an honor to meet ye in the flesh, Lieutenant. Is there aught I can do for ye? Provisions for when the link shell's out of commission. I always make sure we got a good store of torches and well-rested legs. The East Watchtower's ready for anything, never ye fear. Well, that's definitely good to know. So now, Geronimo! Well, Try that again. Geronimo! Yes, I got cut off halfway. Oh, that's definitely a blooper. But hey, we're having fun as we get towards the end. I mean, we need the high morale in order to complete this long and arduous journey because, as it stands right now, in terms of number of episodes, this matches my longest LP, The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess Blind Run. However, because of the fact that episodes are twice as long, in terms of duration of this Let's Play, we've far exceeded Twilight Princess. So let's speak with Lieutenant Edelstein of the Immortal Flames. Ah, Lieutenant SS, well met and welcome to my garrison. Battle preparations are proceeding well, I'm pleased to say. The Flame General himself arrived a short while ago and has been inspecting all troops. He would be referring to General Raubon. And with that, let's go ahead and take a level 49 gear. It'll be the Raptor Skin Voyager belt, more than likely. So yes, let's go ahead and equip that. Take it and equip it. So, let's see just how much of a boost I'm getting. Going from 363 and 430. We're now going up to... Oh, our strength didn't actually increase, but our defense did, though. Our defense did, and that I cannot complain about. So, let's then proceed to speak with the Lieutenant again, and take on his level 49 challenge entitled Hearts on Fire. Lieutenant Edelstein wants you to report to the Flame General. General Raubon would no doubt be pleased to hear from you. You'll find him over by the Aetherite. Yeah, it's just that simple. Go over to where the Aetherite is. Yeah, there's the General over there, but let's attune to the Aetherite first, because we've not yet done so. Go ahead and attune to it. So yeah, we pretty much have every single Aetherite now at our disposal. We've pretty much covered every single location you can possibly go to. In Limsa Luminsa and Lanosea, in Gridania and the Black Shroud, in Ul'dah and Thalen, and we also have, of course, Kerthis and Mordona. So, now we've taken care of all of that, let's go ahead and speak with the General, who already is speaking to some troops right now. General Raubon. Ever a sight for sore eyes, my friend. I'm told you worked wonders on the morale of our garrison at Blue Fog. I would have you do the same for the troops here. They put on a brave face when I'm about, but the fire in their hearts quivers as a candle in the wind. It seems to me you lived your life like a candle in the wind. Yeah, for Princess Diana or Marilyn Monroe, or both, take your pick. Aye, I can see it in their bearing. About the camp, there are green recruits whose resolve falters. Find them, Edie, and rekindle their fighting spirit the way only a hero can. Once you have seen to the others, go and do the same for Edelstein. No matter what he may claim, the lieutenant would also be better for a bit of rousing. Trust me, I know. Very well. Let's go ahead and speak to those who require our own unique boosting of morale. And it's a second-class flame private to start. Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Oh, yeah. Okay, I gotta use an emote here. And specifically, I want to use the Psych Up emotes, which will be right over here. Hey, man. Get yourself together. We need your help here. Ugh! The colonists are not near as frightening as you. I'd sooner face a vanguard that will naked as my name day. Wow, that's really what it takes to get you psyched up? That's a rather frightening thought. And I am going the wrong way. Where's the next person we need to speak to? Would you be in here by chance? No, you are not. Okay, here you are. Yeah, you're hiding on me. Yeah, you're hiding on me, a little Lalafell trying to avoid the danger. I'm fine, truly. Nothing to worry about. Just a mild case of battlefield nerves. Well, hopefully we can rally you as best as we can. Come on, young man. You may be a little Lalafell, but your heart is big. Ah! I break my fast on Guardians, and right now I'm very hungry! I'm breaking my fast on Guardians, and right now I'm very hungry. Oh, I love it. Alright, so where is number 3? Actually, he's standing right next to Lieutenant Edelstein. So actually, that works out quite well. Private? Ah, the oft-rumored hero. Doubtless you will single-handedly save us all. Yeah, but I can't do this without you. We're gonna need every man and woman and child to rally behind our united efforts. Your stirring gesticulation has reawakened me to my purpose. Hero or no, I will fight tooth and nail to protect the realm. Yes, indeed, you must. Now we gotta do the same with Lieutenant Edelstein. So, let's do the same for you. Let's psych you up as well. Yeah, you may be a lieutenant, but your work isn't done yet. By Ul'dah, without realizing it, the fire of my resolve had grown dim. But thanks to you, it burns red hot once more. If needs be, I shall lay down my life to secure victory for Eorzea. Well, hopefully it won't have to come to that. Let's see which ring we're going to need to take with us. It'll be the Rubelite ring we're going to be taking. So yeah, we're definitely getting some much needed accessories, which we've been deprived of for like the longest time. And so that will definitely go a long way. So as it stands right now, my attack is up to 366. And we're definitely getting myself much higher up than I have been doing before. Now let's speak with the General again, or rather the Lieutenant again, take the level 49 challenge entitled Setting the Stage. Lieutenant Edelstein has an urgent request ahead of the next phase of the operation. A short while ago, the Flame General struck for Castrum Meridianum. Alas, no sooner did his contingent gain the resistance line than an Imperial patrol fell upon them. We are informed that they successfully won, though, but enemy patrols yet linger in the area. Our main hosts could easily crush their like to be sure, but we dare not deploy them at this juncture lest we prematurely stir the hornet's nest. That the operation might proceed unhampered, I would have you thin out the Imperial presence at Reborn's push. It should suffice if you were to vanquish 3 each of their vanguards and foot soldiers. Once you have accomplished this, pray join the Flame General at the operation's staging point. May Ul'dah give you strength. So, to do that, we have to go a bit of distance. It'll actually be right at the threshold of Castrum Meridianum. And with my chocobo alongside me, there's nothing we can't achieve. So off we go to the northwest, in the direction of Castrum Meridianum, in order to start taking out some of the enemies of the Garlean Empire. Well, the enemies are the Garlean Empire, but rather they are enemies of Eorzea. Should have had my Wheaties for breakfast, huh? Well, I can't question a person on his eating habits, but yeah, if you're not ready for this game and the challenges it brings, then you're not going to be ready at all. Because, yeah, this game has more than its fair share of challenges. And thankfully, the soldiers, the foot soldiers, are all very much bunched together, making it very easy to make an example of them. Let's take you out. Let's take you out and slaughter you with rather convincing fashion. And go. Alright, yeah, they're just scattered all over the place. And here's the Vanguard. Alright, first one. Bring it. Bring it, fool. I'm gonna bring you down so hard. I'm gonna bring you down so hard, man. And oh. Yeah, this is gonna hurt. But only for 400 points. I'm shocked by that. Back in a while ago, it would have hurt you a lot more to be on the receiving end of a Vanguard's special abilities. And it will when we get inside Castrum Meridianum. Because yeah, these guys don't hurt as much as what we're going to be fighting in both Castrum Meridianum and the Praetorium. Bring it on, fools! Launch into the sky! You're dead. Alright, so we don't need to fight soldiers anymore, now we just have to fight vanguards. But no doubt we may be forced to fight off soldiers in order to gain access to vanguards, or maybe not. Yeah, 2 conveniently placed next to each other. How awesome is that? Over here! Over here, fools! Like this. Get out of the way. Get out of the way, let's lay waste to you. You shall be destroyed. Both of you. Now it's your turn. It's your turn to suffer at my hands. Let's go ahead and take you out. You will not be drilling into this proud Dragoon armor that I wear. Alright, you're all dealt with. Oh, and the challenge log is almost finished. Well, let's fight off one more enemy for good measure. In fact, since we're approaching Castrum Meridianum right now, it might as well be a Vanguard. Hey Vanguard, wakey wakey. Wakey wakey, fool. In fact, before I go and continue on with the main story, I know for a fact that I can get more level 49 gear here by virtue of the different side quests. In fact, let's go ahead and see. Okay, there's none over there, but I do believe there is going to be some over here. High standards create expectations. Alright, well, let's warp back to Camp Blue Fog. We'll warp back to Camp Blue Fog. We'll leave speaking to General Reborn for a moment. First, I want to see if the two challenges that are available, I'm trying to remember which one can give me additional accessories. So let's resolve that first. Alright. Private Raffled or Spiraling Path, which one of you has what I require? Okay, it won't be you. Is it you who I need to speak to? No, it's not you either. Okay, I think maybe I have to complete more challenges and then take on the further tasks. Okay, so yeah, let's just go back then to the cerulean processing plant. Yeah, I could have sworn that one of these two gave you additional challenges. If I find what I'm looking for, I will show it in a separate video. Or I just might attach it to the end of this one. But for now, let's go back in the direction of Castrum Meridianum. Back in the direction of Castrum Meridianum in order to do what needs to be done. So yeah, of course, given that we are in Thanalin, it should be no surprise that the banners of the Immortal Flames are very prominent here. So let's make our way in the direction of Castrum Meridianum. We can tell where it is because of the searchlight that's firing up in the sky. That is our indication to let us know exactly where we are. So let's go up and speak with General Reborn. Disengage from the Chocobo, and let's give him a talking to. I see you've cleared the way for the main host. My thanks. I might have given the task to another rather than risk your neck before the mission. But what's done is done. Besides, it probably served to loosen up your joints. This is it, Hidi, the moment of reckoning. Eorzea's future hinges upon all deeds this day. And so with that, cannot take the level 49 outfits. Could take the F stake, but not sure. You know what, let's take it. Over the money. So let's go ahead and speak with General Reborn then. And take on his level 50 challenge, entitled Rock the Castrum. Reborn stands ready to commence the penultimate phase of Operation Archon. And so let's see what he wants us to do. Well, we know what we gotta do, but he also has to help us out as well. So, members of the various grand companies of Eorzea, along with myself, stand at the ready to make their advance on Castrum Meridianum. And here come Minfilia and Alphanode to stand alongside the Flame General. So now they're all together. Brothers and sisters of the Alliance, I would share with you glad tidings. Doubtless spurred on by the news of the siege of Castrum Meridianum, the Maelstrom has struck a double blow. Castrum Occidens and Castrum Meridianum are now under blockade. Phase 2 of Operation Archon is a success! No round of applause, no cheers. Reports tell us that the Garleans offered fierce resistance, but that the Admiral yielded them not one ill. Yeah, and you can tell what he's talking about because of the fierce look in his eyes. I mean, hey, if you were a big burly guy like him, you would have that look too. With Oxidans, Meridianum, and Orions thus suppressed, the third phase may begin in earnest. Even as we speak, the Order of the Twin Adder moves to block the railway leading hither from Castrum Sentry, and that can mean but one thing. The hour is come to strike at the heart of the Garlean invasion force. Castrum Meridianum, the den of the Black Wolf. And now, Minfilia will say some words. My fellow Eolzians, I am Minfilia, mistress of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. There exist myriad barriers that divide us, those of race and nation, language and creed, to name but a few. Such barriers serve to isolate us from our neighbors, yet they also serve to define who we are. Shorn of them, there would be little to distinguish one from another, and the rich variety of our lives would give way to sterile orthodoxy. These barriers can never truly be broken down, of course, not so long as there is liberty in the world, but they can be transcended. Verily we do so now in coming together for this grand endeavor, to fight side by side in defense of our shared home. And now it's Alphinode's turn. Before me stands the adventurer EDSS. You all know him as the man who will lead the unit tasked with destroying the Ultima weapon. We Scions know a different ED, however. We know him as a dear friend who has endured untold hardship on our behalf, a true hero who has ever blazed a path for us to follow. And why do I tell you this? I tell you, friends, because it is time for us to blaze a path for him. Our objective is to wreak such havoc outside the walls of Meridianum as to afford Edie and his comrades the time they need to disable the Magitech field generator within. With the path thus cleared, we may finally turn our minds to the true goal of this operation, the destruction of the Ultima weapon. All troops prepare for battle! Yes, they're ready to go. Oh, hey Sid, welcome aboard. I fear I can't accompany you this time. The unenviable task of facilitating communications between our forces has been entrusted to the Ironworks, you see. Know, though, that I will be praying for your safe return. Thank you, Sid, for your vote of confidence. Lady Minfilia. See that you come back to us, my friend. May the crystal bless you and keep you. You got it, Lady Minfilia. We will suffer the Black Wolf to prowl our lands no more. Let us teach the hunter what it is to be hunted! Forward, comrades! For Eolzia! Yeah, there's what I was looking for. Go now, Edie, and bring us one step closer to the dawn. Yeah, the look of determination in my eyes is obvious. Alright, so, as it stands right now, we can now make the move to go into Castrum Meridianum. It is now accessible to us. However, I want to take on those two quests that I was investigating earlier. Once I've taken care of those two quests, I'll be back and I will let you know if there is indeed another quest that I can get to get another vital accessory to get my stats up just a little more. So, be back in a moment. Okay, so yeah, went through the quests that were offered over at Camp Blue Fog. One of them just was the one quest and that was it. The other one started a chain that has gotten me to this next point where I can get additional accessories for Edie. That chain has brought us over here to the cerulean processing plant, and it is here we will speak with Memezofu, this little Lalafell, and so we're going to take his level 49 challenge entitled An Eye for Elixirs. Memezofu is once again in dire need of reagents, because, yeah, the chain comes to this point where you have to help Memezofu with a couple of various tasks where you have to come up with medicines to help out the fallen soldiers. I am loath to ask more of one who has already done so much, but rarely do I meet a chance to meet such a reliable adventurer. The winds have changed blow constantly here on the fall, fanning the flames of war to burn ever faster through my stock of reagents. In particular, I have urgent need of Ahriman coroners at the moment, and I fear I have no other I can ask. Might I trouble you to procure these for me? So yeah, we only need 2. Let's bust out of there. And those corneas we found, not to the north, but rather to the south. Or more specifically to the south and to the east. So yeah, I was right. There is a chain that allows you to, if you complete X number of challenges, then you can start getting into points where you can get accessories for yourself. I was right on that, and so I can now put my memory to good use. Right, go. And into the air, and pound the Ahriman. Yeah, these guys are best known for their presence in Final Fantasy X, where their regular attacks could cause confusion. And confusion in Final Fantasy X was there were few games of the Final Fantasy series where confusion was more effective than when it was used against you than it was in Final Fantasy X. If you've seen my Let's Play of that particular game, then it is something you can definitely attest to. But, thankfully, we only need to kill off 2 of these Ahrimans. And let's make sure we get you out, so you're gone. It's just that easy, and back to Memezofu. Yeah, we're just gonna tear it up all day if we have to. Well, because we can, of course. Right, deliver the Ahriman Corneas to Memezofu. Let's hope that we have been able to give him... Let's hope the eyes that we're giving him are of the sufficient quality that he requires. So he's back over in here. Memezofu? Magnificent! Precisely the reagent I requested. Its appearance is far from appetizing, I'll give you, but trust that its medicinal efficiency more than makes up for it. So, here you go. This small sample shall suffice to synthesize a goodly amount of coagulant, which serves to stem bleeding. I cannot but hope that an end to the bloodshed comes before an end to the salve does. And with that, we can complete the challenge and take our level 49 earrings to build up our strength. Yeah, we were needing that for a while, and we got our hands on it. So, this will go in place of my level 40 earrings. There we go. So as it stands right now, sacrificed a point on defense, but got a point in attack in exchange. And I can't really argue with that too much, so as it stands right now, there is nothing further for me to accomplish here in and around Camp Blue Fog and the cerulean processing plant here in Northern Thanalan, which means that the only place left to go now is to Castrum Meridianum and to the Praetorium therein, to take on the 2 last mandatory challenges to beat the game. And so that's what we will get started on tomorrow. So with that, I'd like to thank everyone for watching the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn. And when I join you again, we will enter Castrum Meridianum to begin the 3rd of the 4 phases of Operation Archon. So until next time everyone, this is Matthew at Navora Autism, saying take care, and I'll see you soon.